Meta Quest Pro promises to replace your monitor, your meeting room, and your game console in one sleek headset. Either we've reached the future of work or we're staring at another round of expensive confusion. On paper, it's stacked. Pancake lenses, full-color mixed reality pass-through, 12 GB RAM, 256 GB storage, eye and face tracking, and those self-tracking Touch Pro controllers. It's sitting around $739.99 on Amazon with a 4-star rating. Sounds like a steal after the original $14.99 launch, right? But here's the thing. VR claims are often bigger than VR reality. Here's what caught my attention after real-world use, meetings, and long work sessions. I spent 3 weeks testing this every single day. I've put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 3 weeks of testing. The Meta Quest Pro claims to supercharge productivity and collaboration while still being a solid gaming and mixed reality device. The big promise is multitask with multiple resizable screens that replace your monitors. Premium comfort with a balanced, slimmer design for longer sessions. High-resolution full-color pass-through to blend real and virtual. Realistic avatars with eye and face tracking for better meetings. Sounds futuristic, right? Pretty bold claims for a sub-800 headset now, but here's where things get interesting. Reality check. They claim it can replace your monitors. What you actually get is good but not monitor-grade text clarity and a multitasking experience that's powerful yet limited by mobile software and battery. Here's why. The panels are 1800x 1920 per eye through pancake lenses, which are sharp for VR, but reading fine text for hours isn't like a 27-inch 1440p display. Here's where it gets mathematically impossible. Your effective pixels per degree just can't match a desktop monitor's pixel density, so spreadsheets and tiny UI elements still push you to zoom in. The multitasking works for 2D panels and web apps, but native desktop-class apps are scarce, and the experience feels like tech roulette depending on the app. They claim full-color pass-through that lets you comfortably work and play in the real world. What you actually get is much better than Quest 2's grayscale, but still grainy, noisy in low light, and depth can wobble around edges. It's useful for quick interactions, grabbing a drink, or positioning furniture in Mister, but not clear enough to type on a laptop for hours. The plot twist: light leakage from the open sides kills immersion. There's a partial light blocker in the box, but the full blocker was a separate accessory, which is exactly what the marketing glosses over. They claim premium comfort. What you actually get is a well-balanced 700+ gram headset that's more comfortable than a front-heavy design, but still a brick on your head after 90 minutes. The forehead pad takes pressure. Some folks get hot spots. If you're sensitive to weight, you'll notice it. Battery is 60–120 minutes depending on brightness and apps. That alone makes all-day work impossible without docking breaks. They claim next-level controllers and expressive avatars. What you actually get is phenomenal controller tracking with self-tracking cameras and excellent haptics, and avatar facial expressions that finally feel alive when supported. But wait, there's more. App support for eye and face tracking is limited. Social apps and workrooms benefit, most games do not. Plus, controller battery life is solid at around 6–8 hours, but you'll rely on the dock to keep everything topped up. Performance-wise, the Snapdragon XR2 Plus with 12 GB RAM is snappier than Quest 2 and handles multitasking better, but let's be real here, it's still a mobile chipset. For gaming, it's competent, but compared to Quest 3's newer silicon, the Pro can lag behind in raw performance and visuals. PC VR via Link or AirLink is great if you've got Wi-Fi 6/6E. I measured smooth, playable latency, but you still need a good network. The twist: at today's price, this becomes more compelling for creators, social VR, and Mr. Experiments, not a universal monitor killer. Visual clarity and optics. Pancake lenses deliver crisp center sharpness and dramatically reduce God rays versus older Fresnels. The 1800x 1920 per eye LCDs with local dimming push contrast noticeably higher than Quest 2. Field of view is roughly comparable, maybe a touch wider horizontally, with better edge-to-edge clarity than older lenses, though still not perfect at the edges. Frame rates up to 90 Hz keep things smooth. It is not a high-refresh 120 Hz beast. Mixed reality pass-through, full-color pass-through is a genuine step up, but it looks like a 720p-ish live feed over your world. In good lighting, it's fine for situational awareness. In dim rooms, it gets noisy and flat. Depth occlusion exists but can jitter around high contrast edges, what the marketing doesn't mention. It's not a substitute for your eyes on a monitor for hours. Comfort and build. The counterbalance design feels premium and the front optics module is slimmer. At around 720 grams, it spreads weight better than front-heavy headsets, but you'll still feel fatigue past the 90-minute mark. The soft strap suspension is good. Swapping to the full light blocker helps immersion but adds warmth. Audio has decent clarity and spatial staging with limited bass and some sound leakage. Mics are good enough for meetings. Controllers and tracking. The Touch Pro controllers are standouts. Self-tracking is reliable even when your hands move behind your head. Haptics are nuanced, and the optional stylus tips are surprisingly effective for writing and sketching in VR. Downsides: they're heavier, replacements are pricey, and you need the dock habit. Head and hand tracking are rock solid. Eye tracking calibration is fast and accurate. Battery and charging. Headset battery lands around 1–2 hours depending on brightness and MR usage. Controllers around 6–8 hours. The dock charges everything neatly in about 2 hours, but remember, productivity claims clash with the hard stop of battery reality. User sentiment: Amazon's 4-star average lines up with what I saw. People applaud comfort, controllers, and avatar expressiveness, and ding battery life, pass-through clarity, and value versus Quest 3. Recommendation: buy with caution. If you want eye and face tracking for social VR and collaboration, premium controllers, and a balanced design, and you've spotted it near $739.99, the Quest Pro finally makes sense. Developers, creators, and remote collaborators will get the most from it. If your priority is gaming performance, standalone visuals, or mixed reality clarity, save your money for Quest 3 Plus accessories or a strong PC VR setup. Pros: excellent controllers, improved optics and contrast, expressive avatars, balanced comfort. Cons: short battery, Mr. Pass-Through still fuzzy, limited app support for face-eye tracking, weaker value versus Quest 3 for pure gaming. Skip this unless you know you'll use the Pro features. Otherwise, it's worth it if you live in social VR or build for Mr. Stay Savage out there. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I've put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Got questions or want a Quest Pro versus Quest 3 showdown? Drop a comment. Next up, the accessories that actually fix the Quest Pro's biggest pain points. Subscribe so you don't miss it. Stay savage, stay smart, and I'll see you in the next one.